Hunter Funner here. Right now we're in early January here in Canada, and the video that I've done here is something that I did back in the summer. Today I'm going to be posting something that I had been working on back in the summertime in much warmer weather. This video that I'm going to show you is part of some work that I did for somebody else on their Jimmy. It's a 98 GMC Jimmy with a 4.3 liter in it. Before I got my hands on this Jimmy, somebody else had already taken the fuel pump out and replaced the fuel pump with a used one. A lot of the fuel lines were broken at the fittings where the metal and the rubber lines hooked together. They tried to put everything back together. They were still having problems getting fuel up to the injectors, so they tied the tank back up with a ratchet strap and just loosely put on the other strap, and that's how I picked the truck up, and that's where I'm starting from here. So what I'm working on today is a 98 GMC Jimmy, and when I picked it up, there had been a number of hands had been working on this already, and the fuel tank was just hanging down. It's been strapped on like that. Had a little bit of a look at it so far, and just gonna keep plugging away at it. I found a couple of things already that weren't quite right. First thing I did was took this cap off here and checked the fuel pressure right there, and it was 0. Absolutely nothing. The pump does run, but it's just not getting any pressure anywhere. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the hose off the top of the tank and see if the pump is actually pumping any pressure at all. I'm just taking the last hose off of the gas tank. I basically have to drop it down just so that I can have a look and see where all these lines are supposed to lead to. Some things are hooked up and some things aren't. I need to have a good look inside there above the tank. The tank's got a lot of gas in it. So I've got all the hoses off, and there's just a strap that's holding it on the front. I kept the jack close to the back end because I didn't want it to tip down this way, because that has the opening at the end. So if any way, I'd rather it tips the other way, which it did. What I've done there is I've hooked up the hose that goes from the fuel pump, and it's supposed to go to the filter. Got my connector on there for my fuel pressure gauge. And there's my gauge. I'm going to turn the key on and see if there's actually any pressure coming out of that pump or not. So it's showing 0 fuel pressure, and it sounds like we've got another dilemma. It still won't crank over yet, and it's just clicking up there, but I heard something really weird down here, which might be a clue as to why the fuel pump isn't working. Now I'm going to set my camera down here nice and close by the tank. Hopefully you can see this. Or, sorry, actually hopefully you can hear this. Alright, where's the top of my tank? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. There's my tank. And the lines are wide open there right now. Now listen. Did you hear all that bubbling in there? You can see the lines are wide open off of the top of the tank and nothing came out. Something wrong in there. So I'm going to take the top off. So when the how-to videos become available, I'll be putting them right up here. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my how-to videos. And like if you like. Thanks for watching.